This video has single-handedly torn apart families, ended marriages, and has toppled empires. It has led to the fiercest series of roasting that I've ever seen since that time I misunderstood the phrase, roasting weenies. Oh, what's that? You don't see a problem with the video because you're not an absolute loser who coasts from one trend to the next with no regard for the harm behind the actions of yourself and those that you enable? Okay, so when the couch guy apocalypse happens, which it will, I'm staying with you. Also, before anyone says it, yeah, I'm pretty sick this week if I sound off at all, but don't worry. I talked to my doctor and she said that I can't get any of you guys sick at home. And then she called me an idiot. Not sure where that came from, but either way, you guys are safe. Lately, every time TikTok settles on its new biggest trend of the week, I feel the need to whine. But somehow, I feel like compared to people profiting off of a tragedy with clout because it, quote, excites them, or people harassing a bunch of kids because they think they know their relationship better than those in the relationship, I feel like me whining too much isn't that bad. And of course I'm talking about the TikTok posted on September 21st by @LaurenZaris. Wait, Jimmy, you might say, don't you normally censor the names of the people you're talking about, especially since these people are on the younger side? I believe Lauren is only 19. Yeah, if the person isn't a public figure, I normally would, but in this case, there is literally no point. This video has been viewed 55 million times as of writing this video Monday night, and has received nearly 5 million likes. And I guarantee you, it's millions more by the time I'm editing this. Basically, this video was jumping on the trend of surprising your significant other at college after initiating a long-distance relationship. And while I watched this video and thought nothing of it, thousands, if not millions, determined that this video exposed beyond a shadow of a doubt that Lauren's boyfriend, dubbed Couch Guy, is cheating on her, and simultaneously is gaslighting Lauren about how he's cheating on her. I'm completely serious, yes, people are basing these assumptions solely on the video. And when Lauren, didn't break up with her boyfriend because strangers online told her to, it led to one of the most disgusting online discourses I have ever seen in my life. Let me show you just how bad the situation is, okay? In her comments, the evidence of this guy cheating includes the fact that someone handed this guy his phone back, even though we don't see the alleged exchange because he's covered in the frame when he moves his hand, which could mean that he and this other girl pulled off this silent exchange with discretion and subtlety while exchanging no words whatsoever or even eye contact because their attention was directed away from each other, or he just had his phone in his lap. But if that girl was looking at something on his phone, that means they're sleeping together, apparently. Today I found out I have a body count in the dozens, and that apparently includes my grandmother. I should probably go get tested, right? People in the frame are smiling and laughing, which isn't a thing people do when happy, apparently. I mean, they're clearly uncomfortable, even though there's physically not enough resolution to see anyone's face clearly. This girl literally looks like Clayface here, and you're trying to convince me that they're having an affair based on her facial expressions. Sure. The guy didn't react a certain way when he saw his girlfriend, because when she surprised him, get this, he had the nerve to act surprised. And her comments are filled with people being condescending, people telling her with certainty that she needs to leave the relationship, and even people telling her she deserves to be cheated on for not listening to a random mob. And the primary hashtag alone has 500 million views. So we're in this situation where both halves of this relationship are being treated like garbage by an actual online mob for no reason. And I think the treatment of both halves is worth looking at individually here. And yeah, I've got to give Lauren some major props here. She's been getting harassed on an inconceivable level. Like, she went from being no one online to getting Shane Dawson levels of notoriety in just a couple of weeks. Every video she posts now gets millions of views and near exclusively negative comments. The amount of maturity and good humor I'm seeing from a 19-year-old is stunning. Most adults don't handle controversy this well. Hey, Kate Bennett, this is how you get people to like you without having to threaten them with your hand cannon.
You know I carry, right?
But let's look at some of my favorite comments, shall we? @Matt, verified, very nice. You're missing the point. I don't like you, Matt. What exactly is the point? The fact that you made a stupid I'm trying not to curse because apparently, like, the algorithm doesn't like naughty words. You almost cost me my 12 cents in AdSense, Matt. I mean, I put 30 plus hours of work into my 12 cents of pay, Mr. 2 million followers. So no, you're the loser. But again, what is the point? What is it? Does she have to leave her boyfriend because you told her to? Oh, Matt. The blue checkmark's cute. The username's cool. You're still not that important, though. Sorry. Oh, wow. He's a top comment on 2 videos. Between this and the 2 videos of yours that I watched, I really don't like you, Matt. Oh, look, an entire screen of comments that annoy me. Personal favorite, though. I remember being this naive. Hey, maybe don't project your experiences onto a teenager, okay? Like, weren't you just complaining to your therapist last week that your parents did that to you after their divorce? Oh, Jimmy, how do you know that they're in therapy? Just check the comments on Lauren's video. Well-adjusted people don't flock to harass a teenager for no reason. But basically, tons of people are treating Lauren like she is the stupidest person they've ever seen, even though Lauren has said she was friends with the girls, and the girls were actually in on the surprise. And, like, multiple people who were actually there that day have said nothing wrong was happening, but no, she's just dumb. And honestly, this whole situation just comes off to me as blatantly sexist. People are infantizing this woman for no reason other than making the assumption that this man is out to get her and she's too stupid to put that together herself. And no, the fact that it's mostly women leaving these comments does not change a thing for me. You know why? Pretend I was taking the other stance right now, but like, actually me. An overweight white guy with long hair and a beard. If I was going off on how I needed to protect this stupid, naive girl who doesn't know any better because I know how men are, and even though this girl is telling me repeatedly to stop, I can't for her own sake because I'm protecting her. I would get called a white knight, a neckbeard, which I shave, thank you, an incel, a simp, sexist, a creep, etc. I know as a white man, I just have it so hard. But like, you see my point here, right? This isn't suddenly okay because it's primarily women saying this stuff. If it's not cool to give unsolicited advice after being asked to stop repeatedly if you look like me, it's not cool if you're a sorority queen either. Better yet, imagine if I accused my girlfriend of cheating on me solely because she was sitting on a couch next to some other dudes. I would be torn apart online for telling that story. Are you kidding me? Speaking of sexism, the boyfriend made a TikTok account with just 2 videos as of recording, and surprise, surprise, the response to those videos really ticked me off. First, people keep incorrectly identifying gaslighting and receiving tens of thousands of likes in the process. Second, people keep creating this insane ideal of how someone has to react to reuniting with their partner, comparing it to a video like this. Because people so delusional that they want, nay, expect their partners to give them concussions or hit the road are clearly stable enough to identify the complex nuances of gaslighting. And Couch Guy's first video was just saying, like, there's no story here, leave us alone. Then when he was accused of gaslighting Lauren, he defined it and people got heated with comments like, now he's trying to gaslight us about gaslighting us and the definition of gaslighting, OMG. Okay, I'm not a psychology expert, let's be straight. My specialties are media and to an extent political science, but the basic definition of gaslighting is, as Couch Guy is stating, when someone leads you to question your own reality or sanity. The proper dictionary definition can be seen on screen here if you're in the mood for some reading. Okay, sorry mob, but Couch Dude is right. Let's take this comment. Tells TikTok we're delusional for seeing what we saw. What did you see? You saw nothing. Yet you're trying to convince Lauren that she needs to trust your version of reality over hers when it comes to her own relationship based on nothing. I'm an expert on video editing and how videos actually work, but I don't need to be to tell you that there's not enough information in the video to know anything. And by information, I mean the resolution itself is too low to see anyone's face beyond smiling. You know, the way that the girl's hand was totally on the Couch Guy's back, but it was actually just the watch of his buddy. Hundreds of thousands of likes, though. Oh, she went in to give him a kiss and he went for a hug. He was literally in the process of standing. Are you aware of finer social cues when you're standing up and surprised? Like, what? The fact of the matter is, are there things in this video that you could argue are weird? Sure. But do I also have an entire video about some video games that you should try out if you have that much free time on your hands and are that desperate to find entertainment for yourself? Sure do. Did I actually point to the right side for once? We'll find out. The fact that this video feels off to you means nothing. Oh, there were all these little factors that led to the conclusion. Okay, let's play with that line of thinking with some basic numbers. If there are thousands of videos being put under this trend, the odds of one video having multiple coincidences would go up thousands of times. Also, the only reason people are so heavily on Lauren's side when there aren't actually any sides is that the camera was from her POV. Again, I'm not going to assume anything about this video because I'm an adult who does have a life, but let's just take a few alternative possibilities for why the scene feels off. Again, none of these are true, I'm just making a point. Maybe Couch Guy and Lauren had a big fight that resulted in Couch Guy saying he needed space, but Lauren visited him anyway. Maybe Couch Guy is on the spectrum and expresses his emotions differently than your assumptions, you ableist. Maybe he's not comfortable with PDA. Maybe he's not very physically affectionate. Maybe the surprised him. Nah, that one's too crazy, but I have to say, my baseless theories have the same amount of evidence as everyone else's and are way more fun. And for a second, I'm gonna be a bit mean, which I don't like to be, but oh well. The reason I'm making this video, the point here, is what the discourse behind this video is trying to normalize. Let's take this video, shall we? Your boyfriend may not see anything wrong with Couch Guy, but my boyfriend brought up Couch Guy unprompted to our friends and said the fact that he is sitting on the couch with 3 girls when he could be sitting in the seat by himself is the first problem. Stay safe, y'all. Hey, you realize someone got the door, right? They may have been sitting in whatever chair you're referring to, not that I see one in the actual video. Second, if your boyfriend can't imagine sitting on a couch next to other women without there being some nefarious purpose, that says more about him, and by extension, you, than anything else. It's 6 a.m. when I'm recording this. This video literally goes live in 6 hours, but I noticed just now that she also literally talks about her boyfriend, I'm very tired, like he's a dog, like his training paid off, like I talk about my cats using the same language she did. Like, oh, when I walk through the door, my cat knows to come up and greet me. Or like, when I put my finger out, all my cats know to come up and like be pet if they want to be pet. They know that's what that means. Like, could you imagine the lack of respect of like, oh, I showed him and he knew what to do right away. And I gave him a treat. I rubbed him behind the ears. It was I would be so mad if my girlfriend posted a video like that, talking about me like that. And I know for a fact she would feel the same way if I did that. Like, the lack of respect, dude. Yeah, but you're going to be condescending on their relationship. Give me a break. And the fact that you're going out of your way to publicly promote this, God, you must be so insecure. Yeah, wonder why your boyfriend went out of his way to say this in front of you. Whoa, Jimmy, why so out of pocket? Did I use that term right? I'm trying to keep up with the latest slang. I don't want to feel old. I use that right? Let's just go to this lovely person's comments, shall we? Oh, someone challenged her ideas, and so she hid behind the classic, "It's a joke, so I'm going to be condescending to you." Oh, cool, so this person's stupid, too. You made a statement, not a joke. Very few statements can also serve as jokes, and yours doesn't. The fact that someone challenged you and you can't be bothered to defend your stance because you based it on nothing, so you defaulted to saying that it was a joke and used that as an excuse to be condescending, is pathetic. Hey, here's someone challenging an idea I presented in a video essay I worked over 40 hours on. Here was my response, engaging with that person, and we ended up having a nice exchange even though we disagreed. Notice that I didn't hide behind the excuse of it being a joke. Ah yes, it's toxic to sit with friends. That's what I'm saying, it's ridiculous. Oh no, the crybaby men found their way into my TikTok. What? Dude, all you did in your video was say something stupid. It's okay to say something stupid, but the fact that when you receive criticism, the first 2 things you do is falsely claim that you were joking and then say something blatantly sexist, is pathetic. Oh, but what a catch you are. Can't imagine why your boyfriend says that he feels the need to be hyper aware of everything he does. Pfft. Oh, that was too far? Oh, but I was just joking, and we shouldn't take it so seriously, guys. Jeez. But you'll still accept praise for the BS you're spreading. We're accusing Couch Guy of gaslighting, and yet are defining what we say after we've said it? Again, this isn't my specialty, but that sounds like again, I'm probably wrong, but like, that sounds like gaslighting, right? And 20,000 likes. Hey babes, if you're gonna share opinions online, you need to be able to deal with criticism without looking like a crybaby. What? I'm just using her language verbatim. I took up more time than usual being mean, but this person really irritated me, and there are tons of TikToks like this. My boyfriend won't even go anywhere if other girls are there. Not because I said so, but because he feels as if it's disrespectful. Those girls seem too comfortable. I showed my boyfriend, and he proceeded to stalk her and point out things wrong with his body language in the other videos. Icon shit. So, your boyfriend stalked a teenager? Weird thing to brag about. Like, I'm an adult man, and I don't go stalking teenagers, or bragging about that to my girlfriend for that matter, but do you, I guess. Also, let's play Switch the Genders. My girlfriend doesn't go anywhere if there's going to be guys there at all. Not because I tell her not to, but because she knows it's wrong. Come on, guys. Are you serious here? And the last thing that drives me nuts here is people saying that X number of people feeling a certain way should be enough for Lauren to break up with her boyfriend. Hey, here's your usual reminder that 4chan and Reddit became convinced they figured out who was behind the Boston Marathon incident and harassed that person until they eventually took their own life, and it turned out they were completely innocent. Also, David Dobrik received support from millions and suffered next to no consequences despite the role he's had in a woman being allegedly, I legally have to say that, assaulted. Oh, but millions forgave him, so it's fine. And the worst part of this is going to be that if this couple ends up breaking up, people are just going to use that as an excuse to keep acting like this in the future. Like, oh wow, the two 19-year-olds broke up. Well, who could have seen that coming? That just means that, well, I was totally justified in harassing this couple. I correctly identified gaslighting, and I should just keep acting like this for as long as I live. When, like, obviously, no offense to Lauren or Couch Guy, what do I know? But, like, yeah, statistically speaking, most relationships you're in when you're 19 end. Like, that's not evidence of anything, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, these are real people's lives we're talking about here. If you want to discuss this video with your friends over drinks, hey, sounds fun. Take a vote for all I care. But how about we leave the teenagers alone? Okay? Couch Guy might be cheating on Lauren, might be doing her wrong in some way, but people online are harassing her to no end. That's not speculation, that is a fact, and it needs to stop. And if all of your micro expressions get proven true one day, guess what? Change is nothing. Yeah, check out that Reddit incident I just mentioned if you're not convinced. If even one case like that happens out of every 100 that the internet sinks its teeth into and wildly speculates about, to the point of harassment, mind you, then it's inappropriate every time.
Wow, you made a whole video to defend this girl? Seriously?
Dude, relax. You know she's way too young for me. Like, I'm 23, she's 19. That's a little creepy, okay?
Why was your first reason her age and not your existing relationship?
It's funny you mentioned that, because, Alexa, order the apology bundle again, please.
Chocolate variety pack will arrive tomorrow. And Jimmy is an idiot, please forgive him.
Bye! Hey, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It actually really helps me out a lot. I make comedic commentary videos, critiques, and video essays every Friday, and if you're not convinced yet, you can check out some more recommendations above. Alright, well, thanks again.